on Sunday, we have nothing special. Oh yes, the yen current account, so major higher time frames and a bit bearish.
Okay.
On Monday, we have... it's a bank holiday Monday. Oh yeah, November 11th. Okay. So we will have, let's see, the pound preliminary GDP quarter over quarter, major higher time frames, and bullish. And then we'll have the GDP itself, month over month, major higher time frames, and neutral. Then we have the manufacturing production month over month, major and bullish.
Oh, I'm sorry, preliminary GDP was higher time frames?
Yes, major higher time frames, yeah. And the GDP also.
Okay.
And then let's see Rosengren speaking at 8:15.
Sure. Even though these aren't news items, I've marked them all with care because the pound's still possibly quite jumpy, even though it's been really...
Yeah, but the other news are way less important in the forex.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So, right. So we're down to Canada bank holidays.
Yeah. And then we have Rosengren speaking.
Oh, sorry. That's what you're waiting for. Okay. Machine might jump. And it didn't. Okay.
Due to speak about at the Norwegian Central Bank in Oslo. Well, nothing important.
Doesn't even say what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we have the Kiwi inflation expectations quarter over quarter.
Oh, what's that? Okay.
Yeah. Major, and I will not qualify it as higher time frame, but to be defined, unfortunately. Okay, that's it for Monday. On Tuesday, on Tuesday we have the 30-year bond auction to monitor for Japan. Then we have the Euro German.
Sorry, I don't have it on mine.
But it is already indicated as monitor. Yeah, it was the last line of
it's on Monday.
previous day. Yeah,
sure. Okay.
So then we have the Euro German ZU economic sentiment major and bullish. Then we have the Euro ZU economic sentiment major and let's see, bullish too. Then we have Clarida speaking, due to deliver a speech titled Monetary Policy, Price Stability and Bonds Yield at a conference co-sponsored by the Bank of International Settlement, Federal Reserve and the Swiss National Bank in Switzerland. Probably interesting, but I don't see any impact. I don't see such a lecture giving information about the current situation. So,
okay.
Then we will have
we're up here.
a big one in red. So about the Kiwi. So we have, but I will also check for the Aussie wage price index quarter over quarter, because it's always it's part of a measure of inflation. So major and a bit neutral. And then we have a big one in red with the Kiwi. So we have the official cash rate. So major plus higher time frames plus. So the official cash rate will be bearish. And then we have the monetary policy statement, the rate statement, and the press conference.
Okay.
Then that's it for
okay.
Tuesday.
Down.
Yeah. On Wednesday, we will have So the pound, I will monitor the pound CPI year over year, and bearish.
Yeah, last time that came out, even though it's a year over year, or sorry,
Yeah.
a few months ago, it did cause a jump. The German final CPI, no?
No, the final is never important.
Okay, thanks.
So then we will have the core CPI year over year also, and to be defined. Then we'll have to monitor the Euro-German 10-year bond auction. And then, yeah.
Yep. Missed it.
And then we will have the US dollar CPI month over month, major, higher time frames, and bullish. And then the core CPI, bullish too. Then we have Powell testifying, so most probably it should be major also, but let's see why he's testifying. So due to testify on the economy before the Joint Economic Committee in Washington, I will monitor that. Then the federal budget for USA, major to be defined. Then we have Bullock speaking. Due to participate in a panel discussion, let's forget. Then we will have, I will monitor the yen preliminary GDP price index year over year. A bit bullish, but no, let's say neutral. Let's say neutral because the difference in the between the forecast and the previous month is only 0.1%.
Okay.
Then we will have the yen preliminary GDP quarter over quarter, major higher time frames, and I would say also neutral.
Okay, both of these are monitored. Sorry. Do it again, Eusebio, I got mixed up.
Major higher time frames, both.
Okay. So this one's neutral, and this one is...
Neutral too.
Okay.
Then I will monitor the Aussie MI inflation expectations to be defined. Then we will have the equivalent of the non-farm payroll in Australia, so with the Aussie employment change, major higher time frame bullish, and the unemployment rate neutral.
So pling. Voila. Okay.
Then I will monitor the Chinese industrial production year over year, and neutral. Bearish. And that's it for Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, on Thursday.
Scrolling down. I have to come back to it. Right.
On Thursday, I will monitor the German preliminary GDP quarter over quarter, and neutral.
Yep.
Then we will have the Euro flash GDP quarter over quarter, major higher time frame, neutral. Then we have Quarles speaking just before the 30-year bond auction in pound.
Sorry, the flash was higher, H4?
Yeah.
Okay. And Quarles?
Quarles, yes.
I'll scroll down a bit.
Due to deliver opening remarks, let's forget. Then monitor the 30-year bond auction in the pound.
Yep.
Then we have, let's see, we have Clarida and Evans speaking.
Okay.
Due to speak about monetary policy, strategy tools, and communication practices at the Cato Institute annual, that exists, the Cato Institute annual monetary conference. Oh, let's forget. And Evans, due to speak about the annual fintech conference hosted by the federal. No, let's forget. Then we have Powell testifying again.
Where is he? Out here. Okay.
Due to testify on the economy before the House budget. Yeah, I will monitor that. Then we have to monitor the US dollar natural gas storage and crude oil inventories.
Yep. Makler.
Yeah, a lot of speech this week. They have nothing else to do. Due to deliver a speech titled Climate Risk. No, let's forget.
Leave them alone. Mr.
Williams. Opening remarks at the Asia Economic Policy Conference. No, let's forget. And Bullard. So due to speak about the economy and monetary policy at the Rotary Club, let's forget.
It's a Rotary Club though, Eusebio.
Yeah, but
okay.
do not expect. Then we have the bell.
Ah, more. Okay, now we're getting to the jumpy bit.
So due to participate in a panel discussion, so let's forget. And then Polos, due to speak about at the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco, we don't know about what, so let's forget. And that's it for Thursday. And Friday we will have, I will monitor the Euro final CPI. Oh no, it is the final CPI, so not important at all. But the trade balance, major higher time frames, and bearish.
Oh, look,
then we have Lane. Yeah. Panel discussion, let's forget. We have the US dollar core retail sales month-over-month major bullish. And retail sales month-over-month themselves, so major and bullish too.
Okay.
And then we have Whiteman speaking at 12 p.m.
It's going to jump. Hang on. No, it didn't.
Due to speak in Frankfurt. Okay, we don't know the subject, so let's forget for the moment. I suppose it must not be important at all.
Let's have a look at the release. Dun, 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 dun. This has gone to the Bundesbank. Uh, 12th Bundesbank. That's it. So
No.
That wasn't helpful. Yeah.
No, nothing important. So
Okay. If it changes, I'll update and I'll flick out another NewsWatch list if necessary, or just keep watching the NewsWatch really. Okay. Right. So just before you dropped off the map, Eusebio, I went over to here. So I don't think I want that. Okay. So the reason we go through the NewsWatch list is so that you can avoid the volatility when news comes out and it's an unexpected number that comes out. So if it's within, if it goes outside around about 20% of what's expected of the number, so let me bring this back down here. I'm just going to pick something at random. Like if we're expecting 800 billion for new loans. That's what the forecast is. If it's 1,000 billion, that's 20% more. Or if it's, say, 720 billion, that's 20% less. So that's a surprise. And so it can cause volatility in the markets. And we want to avoid the volatility. When we say 20%, it's 20% of the particular number. So in this case, it's 20% of 0.1, which is 0.02. It's 20% of 10 billion is 2 billion. So it's not, you're not looking for 21% here. You're looking for something like 0.08% would be a 20% difference. Okay, some people kind of got confused on that. Sorry to labour that point. Okay, and what we do when the news prior to the news coming out, because it can cause impacts, is we, let me bring this back down. Don't place any, I shouldn't have moved this. I'm all over the show now. Don't know what I'm doing. Don't have a scrolling party for a week and just can't remember. Okay, so if there's an H4 news coming out, then any traders trading H4 pairs timeframes and above, pay attention to those. Don't place any orders 1 hour prior. Wait until the news comes out. And if you're in a trade already, make sure you keep your stops really close if you can. Watch out for stop jumping. And get out of a trade within half an hour of the news item coming out, because the volatility could impact you. Mind you, these days it hasn't been that volatile, but you never know. That's what surprises are all about. For all the other pairs, time frames, if they're marked major and you're trading less than a 4 hour time frame, then the same rules apply. Don't place any orders 1 hour prior. Get out of them half an hour before. If you're trading, say, the SAM or the Standard, and you've got plenty of units open, then consider taking some of them off to protect your profits and to protect your account in case something crazy goes wrong. There have been times when surprises come out and your stop can get jumped. So you might have it 20 pips away and price will suddenly spike up 40 pips. You will be closed at 40 pips, not at the 20 pips that you wanted. Depends on your broker, but most times that's what will happen. So just be super careful about that. That's why you close or, yeah, that's what a surprise is all about. Okay, and okay, John, I'll come back to you about slack and the bias. Okay, so over here we've got the top 10s. Briefly went through it before Eusebio showed the top 10 range. I've selected down to here, even though we're under our 750 range, just to give us a couple of euros only, and pointed out that the ranges started off at 1,300 through the year. While Brexit was grumbling along, it dropped down to 750 pips, dollars average daily range. It went back up, and now that they've decided to have an election in a few weeks, things are dropping back off again. So, as I said, this is reflecting the poor movements over the last couple of weeks. Hopefully with a bit of news coming out this week, like there's over 100 news items in Forex Factory that print down, there might be a bit more movement, but we'll have to see how that goes. So, so what we've got is the news. We've got our top 10 pairs for the week here, and Eusebio will wave his magic wand and merge the two together to find out what are the best pairs to be trading on a daily basis. Okay, are you ready for the daily pairs?
Yes, let's go for the pairs.
Okay. Okay. For Monday we have the yen.
So for Monday we have the yen, so the yen here, and that's it, yeah.
And the pound.
The pound, and pound. So we will have the pound yen for the first pair.
Yep.
Then the pound Kiwi or pound Aussie.
Yep.
And then the pound US dollar.
The US is on holiday on Monday, though.
Yeah, not the US, but many countries in Europe, or perhaps the US also.
Yeah.
Yeah, US and Canada. So pay attention. Monday will be most probably a very quiet day. So yeah, Veterans Day indeed.
Still the pound dollar.
Yeah, because the pound dollar can be traded during the European session. But
Sure.
Instead of pound US dollar, we can say pound US dollar or pound Swiss.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Moving on so that you keep awake. Leftovers for Tuesday, we have leftovers of New Zealand, Kiwi.
So the Kiwi, so we have the Kiwi here and here, yeah, okay. Then
And we have the Euro.
the Euro, so Euro, Euro, okay. And that's it. So we will have the Euro Kiwi for the first pair.
Okay.
Then we will have the Euro Kiwi, the Pound Kiwi or the Pound Aussie.
Okay.
And then we will have the Euro Pound.
Okay. Yep. And for Wednesday, we have leftovers on Tuesday are the Aussie and the Kiwi.
So the Aussie and Kiwi here, okay.
And the US dollar.
The US dollar, so here, okay.
And that's it.
So we will have the Pound Kiwi or Pound Aussie.
Yep.
Then the Pound US dollar. And
Okay.
then the Euro Kiwi.
Okay. And leftovers from Wednesday are the Aussie.
The Aussie, okay.
I'm sorry, let me pull this back. That's it. And on Thursday we have the Euro.
The Euro, so here and here, yeah.
Oh, it's Quiet Thursday, that's it.
So we will have the Pound Kiwi or Pound Aussie.
Yep.
And then the Euro Pound.
Okay.
And then the Euro Kiwi.
Okay. Kiwi's getting hammered, isn't it? It's a volatile little beast. Okay, leftovers from Thursday is nothing. And on Friday we have the Euro.
So the Euro, so here and here.
And the US dollar.
And the US, so here. Okay. No, not a lot of things. So we'll have the Pound US dollar.
Okay.
Then the Euro Pound. And then the Euro Kiwi.
Okay. Cool. Thank you, Eusebio.